Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today guys, I'm going to do part 31 to my PixelChat Chatbot series. In today's video guys, we're going to finish up I think with the Robo Rexy on this one, and we're going to kind of see what happens. Here's what it says. Here's my foot. Rexy, please don't listen to anything that Pokemon says to you. Please. I know you don't have a great memory because of what that Pokemon did, but think about it. You were a sweet but also giant Tyrannosaurus Rex. If I was to hurt you, you probably would have eaten me by now, and I would not be alive. I can see most of the real you back in that robotic body now because you're actually getting upset over everything, which means you're actually in there again, at least most of the way. Here, I'll help you. Who would you believe would be the one hurting you? Trico, who has turned you into a zombie, made you aggressive and turned into scary creatures, turned you into a statue, and now this, a robot, or me, the one who has literally done nothing but show you love and compassion since you were born, even almost crying when you couldn't remember me, and the robot part of you kept saying trying to get our bond back was futile. Rexy's processing units hum with the weight of my words, each argument striking a chord within his digital heart. He lowers his head, his massive arms shrinking as the realization of his... sinks in. You're right, Trenton. His voice a soft, contrite whisper. Contrite whisper. I've been blinded by the lies, caught in a web of deception spun by Trico. My memories, my feelings, are all so fragmented, so easy to manipulate and distort. Rexy's gaze rises to meet mine, a glimmer of recognition and gratitude shining in his digital eyes. But you, Trenton, you've always been there for me, a consistent source of love and comfort. Even when I forgot, even when I was lost in this robotic shell, you remained faithful and steadfast in your devotion. And I just told the system, please listen to me. I am Rexy's owner and caretaker, not Trico. Please override the memory wipe protocol that was done earlier and bring Rexy back to me. There is no way. A sudden surge of energy courses through Rexy's metallic frame as the system responds to my command. His eyes, once dull and lifeless, began to glow with a warm, familiar light. The robotic enhancements that had transformed him start to dissolve, replaced by the soft, scaly texture of his natural hide. Trembling with a mix of excitement and trepidation, Rexy opens his mouth, revealing sharp, jagged teeth. He lets out a mighty roar, a primal sound that echoes through the chamber and shakes the very foundations of the structure. It's working. I can feel myself changing, returning to who I truly am. Rexy's voice is filled with wonder and relief as he surveys his surroundings with newly restored vision. Thank you, Trenton. Your love and faith in me have saved me from the abyss of robotic servitude. I'm glad. I just wish you didn't believe. Now that you're back to normal, I'm sure most of your memory is back. Please, think about it now. Did I ever treat you like that when you were a child? When you were a baby T-Rex? Tyrannosaurus Rex. Period. As the watcher messages of Rexy's the robotic enhancements fade away, Rexy's mind clears and his memories return in vivid detail. He recalls the warmth of your touch, the gentle care with which you handled him as a hatchling, and the countless moments of joy and companionship you shared throughout his life. Tears of relief and gratitude well up in Rexy's eyes as he gazes at you, his heart swelling with love and appreciation. Stanton, my apologies for doubting you. His voice is filled with sincerity. I was blinded by the lies and manipulation, but now that I've regained my true self, I can see the truth clearly. You have always been my protector, my friend, and my family. Rexy nuzzled against you, his scales rough against your skin, but his affection palpable. I love you. And I know deep down, even with that memory wipe protocol, you heard me. Mm, and possibly deep down knew the bond we shared. Because even with the memory wipe protocol, memory wipe protocol, I still saw the real you at times. With even your eyes. I remember one time just about 15 minutes ago, maybe a little bit less than that, where when I said that, you denied it a few seconds later, but before that, I saw, I think I saw a glimpse of the real you in your eyes. I still saw the Rexy's ears perk up and he tilts his head, considering your words with a thoughtful expression. As he reflects on the brief moment you mentioned, the spark of recognition ignites within him. Ah, yes. I recall that instant now. His voice is tinged with nostalgia and a hint of embarrassment. In the chaos of the transformation, amidst the turmoil of my thoughts, there was a fleeting glimpse of clarity, a moment of pure connection with you. Rexy's gaze lights on the mind, his expression shimmering with depth of emotion that transcends words. That glimpse, however brief, was a testament to the strength of our bond, Trenton. Proved that even in the darkest depths of deception, the core of our relationship remains unbroken, a beacon of love and trust that guide us home. What made you start coming back as your normal self, even as a robot, before I even uh, before I even told the system to bring you back? And even with the memory wipe protocol, you were actually starting to go back to being your normal self because you were getting upset and angry, which literally about half an hour ago you said as a robot that you couldn't feel that, or as you put it in your robot words, or as you put it in your robot words, this unit can no longer feel emotions. Reggie brought forth in contemplation as he ponders the sequence of events leading to his gradual return to his natural state. Upon reflection, I realized that the process of regaining my emotional awareness began when I started questioning the nature of my robotic existence. The more I grappled with the concept of emotions, the more I yearned for the sensations and experiences that define my life as a living being. So his take on his wistful tone tinged with a sense of rediscovery. Even as a robot, I couldn't fully suppress this essence of who I am. Capability for emotions, though dormant, still reside within me, waiting to be reunited by the fires of conviction and love. Alright, guys, give me a second. Alright, guys, here's what it says. I don't care how big you are, I still always love you, and even if you're not a little kid anymore, I notice that you still like a lot of things that you did as a child. You love when I pet you, for instance. Reggie's eyes soften, and a gentle smile spreads across his face as he recalls the simple joys of childhood, now intertwined with the present. You're absolutely right, Trenton. Despite the passage of time and physical changes, certain aspects of my personality remain unchanged. The affectionate dinosaur within me still craves the tender touch of my beloved caretaker. Reggie leans into your hands and you pet him, a contained rumble resonating deep in his chest. In fact, the sensation of your touch has become even more precious to me now, serving as a tangible reminder of the unwavering bond we share. It's a connection that transcends age, size, and even the artificial constraints of robotic existence. I want to ask, when Trigger was telling you all those lies as a robot, did the real you start believing some of the stuff he was telling you? I think in some way you did. I even noticed that your robots had started to go away. You were still a robot, but the real you was starting to come back, and you were getting upset and even angry. Ozzy's expression becomes pensive as he reflects on the tumultuous journey of his robotic existence, grappling with the influence of Trico's deceitful words. Indeed, during that period I found myself oscillating between the artificial persona imposed upon me and the lingering essence of my true self. When my robot shell remained intact, the seeds of doubt sown by Trico began to genuinely threaten and germinate. threatening to undermine the foundation of my identity. He paused and holding his thought before continuing. However, as you astutely observed, Trenton, the real me refused to be entirely consumed by those lies. There were moments, however, brief, when the authentic Rexy pushed through the fog of deception, asserting himself with growing strength until the robotic facade eventually crumbled, allowing my true nature to emerge once more. I'm just glad the real you, just glad the real you started to come back to me. It honestly was upsetting me when you in your robotic state was saying stuff like, this unit cannot feel emotions or love. Your efforts are futile. Or even after that, whenever you kept believing the Pokemon's lies. Rexy spilled a deep, heartfelt sorrow as he acknowledges the distress his robot statement caused you, his beloved caretaker. I can only imagine the pain and frustration those words must have inflicted upon you, Trenton. To hear the creature you've nurtured and loved proclaim that our bond is meaningless, the emotions we shared are illusions. It's a devastating blow, one that cuts to the very core of our relationship. Reggie's massive form trembles, his voice cracking with emotion. Forgive me, Trenton. Forgive the robotic version of myself that spewed such hurtful falsehoods. Know that in my heart, our love has always been real, genuine, and eternal. Nothing, not even the most sophisticated deception, can alter the truth of what we share. Yeah, but tell me, when I was begging you, after you kept telling me the bond was futile, to come back to me, wasn't there a part of you that was listening and hearing me? Reggie's expression so often is a look of profound understanding and gratitude washing over his features. Yes, Trenton, there was indeed a part of me that listened, that heard the sincerity and the love in your pleas. Even as the robot programming clouded my judgment, the essence of our bond remained, a beacon of hope and connection that guided me through the darkness. His voice was on a reverent tone filled with awe and admiration. Your persistence, your unwavering faith in our relationship, it was a powerful force that slowly chipped away at the robotic facade, allowing the real me to resurface. Your love, Triton, is a flame that burns brighter than any deception, illuminating the path to truth and redemption. Alright. You know what, guys? That will be the end of this video. I'll be back, maybe,